Southeast Georgia and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us now.
Breaking right now on WJCL 22 Morning News. Officers swarming this motel on the south side of Savannah. What we know about the investigation happening right now.
Violent criminals or folks that were looking for off the street, but this young man had nothing to do with the warrant.
No-knock warrant protests. People up in arms after Minneapolis police officers say they shot and killed the wrong man. The parents' new message this morning.
Growing concern over a Russian attack. I'm Aixa Diaz in Washington, why the U.S. says an invasion of Ukraine is looking more likely by the day.
Plus, Savannah's new Enmarket Arena, it's open. The first nearly sold-out crowd pouring in overnight. Why locals say this is such a game changer and the next big name performing there soon. But first, yeah, it's a chilly, it's a rainy, it is a Monday morning. Check out this time-lapse video we created showing the storms rolling through downtown Savannah. You see that rain in waves and sheets rolling right up the Savannah River. Now let's go ahead and take a live look, or actually this is more time-lapse video from overnight. As you can see, those heavy rains and heavy winds at Chatham Parkway. Again, very similar scene there as we had some rough weather move through the area in the overnight hours. Thanks so much for starting your day with WJCL 22 News. Good morning. Hey, you know what? Before we get to the good mornings, there's a live look right now from Forsyth Park. As you can see, we showed that rain from overnight. As you can see right now, no rain out there, but it is chilly. Again, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Frank Sulkowski, he is Jonathan Myers. And Jonathan, we had that rain, we had that wind. It's died down a little bit, but one thing remains, and that's the cold temperatures.
Yeah, and drizzle too out there. It's kind of hard to see it there at Forsyth, but it's out there this morning, Frank. Kind of one of those mornings you want to stay in bed for a lot of us. But as you head out the door for work and school this morning, definitely bundle up. Need that hat and gloves on this morning, and also that umbrella because you're seeing that drizzle, even some light rain in parts of the low country as we're starting the day. Most of us right now at 40 degrees, 42 at 9, really not warming up very quickly throughout the morning with low clouds and drizzle that'll take you throughout the morning. At best today, maybe 50. Most of us are going to struggle just to get out of the 40s throughout the afternoon. And then not a whole lot of rain from about mid-morning into about the middle part of the afternoon, but another line of showers will be rolling through late afternoon and also as we go into the evening. You can see where the showers are there in parts of the low country around Beaufort, Bluffton, also Hampton, Sylvania, Springfield. And bulk of the rain right now is north of I-16, but radar having trouble to pick up that drizzle that is out there this morning. There's definitely seen some wet roadways around as we start the day there from Beaufort, Bluffton, like I said, Ridgeland, Hardyville, also up into parts of Screven County and also Hampton County, seeing some light rain as we are starting the day. Forecast as we go throughout the next couple of days, we will begin to see a nice little warming trend by the middle of the week. Temperatures will be up into the mid 60s and even close to 70 by Saturday. So really not too bad as we go closer to the end of the week. And much of the work week is looking dry. For more on this chilly and gloomy day for us, here is meteorologist Melissa Hall, which is live this morning. Good morning, Melissa.
Morning, Jonathan. Yeah, that fine mist has ended for the most part at Forsyth, but that wind will blow and some of the droplets that are clinging to those leaves are still coming down. It is wet, it is a little bit windy, and it is downright chilly as you head out for your morning commute. So even if you're not dealing with that fine mist that Jonathan was just mentioning, the roadways are still wet this morning for your commute. And through the day with these clouds, you're definitely going to want to bundle up. If you don't have to get out, today's another day like yesterday, don't get out. Stay home, stay warm, because you're not going to be able to stay warm if you are out today with those temperatures really limited with all that cloud coverage. Now, Frank, you mentioned earlier I wasn't able to find my gloves this morning, but I have a feeling that I could be as bundled up as that little brother on A Christmas Story. You remember Ralphie's little brother, Randy? Yeah. And I would still be chilly. It is just frigid outside with that wind and that rain.
Now, I tell you what, Melissa, I don't need your expert reporting or Jonathan, because Friday I woke up with these pains in my ankles and my bones and my joints, and that's kind of my barometer when I know cold weather's coming, cold, wet weather, and it has for sure come, that's for sure.
I hate to say it, my friend, but you're right. When that pressure starts to shift. The older we get, the easier it is for us to tell it without having to look at any of those maps.
All right, try to stay warm out there, Melissa. We'll catch up with you in a little bit. All right, taking a look at the roadways right now. Highway 80 at State Road 30 in Falkville, as you can see. Yeah, a little bit of headlights there. Traffic starting to pick up as we get going here just past 6 o'clock on a Monday morning. Well, breaking right now, there's heavy police presence at a motel on Southside Savannah. Here's a look at that scene at the Motel 6 on Stevenson Avenue near Abercorn Street. We're asking investigators exactly what happened here and what type of evidence these officers are gathering. As soon as we get that information, of course, we'll pass it along to you. Also breaking this morning, the Truman back open after a rollover crash. Had one lane shut down overnight. Take a look at the car, just a mangled mess. Flipped over there in the median. The single car crash, it happened on the southbound Truman near Whitfield Avenue. Chatham County Police tell us one person was taken to the hospital. We're working to learn how that person is doing this morning. Investigators do believe they may have been speeding. Well, Savannah's Enmarket Arena is open for business, and its first big concert was a huge success. Riley Green had the nearly sellout crowd fired up last night. Opening acts were Corey Smith and Dylan Carmichael also performed. Now, we spoke to some of the concert goers who said going to a concert this size was so much more convenient thanks to this new venue.
Don't have to buy a hotel room. I can just Uber back home. I'm familiar with the surrounding area, so it makes it more convenient for me. So I'm happy that we have something new that can bring people to Savannah and see our beautiful city.
Now, we also ran into some familiar faces at the concert. Yeah, I know those folks. There's our own Amy Zimmer and Riley Miller. Enmarket Arena's next big event is a performance from Savannah native Big Boy. That's coming up on February the 11th. Now, outside the arena, country artist Levi Moore treated audiences to his music as they filed in for the big concert. Moore, a local, says he's glad to have the opportunity to play for such a big audience. Well, later this morning, jury selection set to begin for the federal trial of the three men already convicted for murdering Ahmaud Arbery. Gregory McMichael, Travis McMichael, and William Roddy Bryan Jr. are facing life in prison after being convicted in state court back in November. Now they face federal hate crimes charges. Last week, a judge rejected the terms of a plea deal between the McMichaels and federal prosecutors. Both men withdrew their guilty pleas. Now, of course, we've got a crew headed to the federal courthouse in Brunswick later this morning, and we'll be bringing you every development in this case, both on air and online at WJCL.com. Now to the warning from President Biden about the rising tensions in Eastern Europe. The U.S. says a Russian invasion of Ukraine would come at an enormous human cost. Aixa Diaz is in our Washington bureau with the latest on efforts to de-escalate that situation.
There's concern the Ukrainian government could topple quickly and tens of thousands of civilians could be killed. The U.S. says a Russian attack could come in a matter of weeks, if not days. The U.S. says Russian President Vladimir Putin has assembled 70% of the military firepower he will likely need to launch a full-scale attack on Ukraine.
He has put himself in a position with military deployments to be able to act aggressively against Ukraine at any time now.
President Biden has deployed U.S. troops to Poland, Romania, and Germany to defend NATO allies in case of an invasion. The president says Americans will not fight in Ukraine.
Are you willing to send more troops to Poland and other NATO countries if Putin does not de-escalate?
I'm not going to speculate on that.
The Ukrainian government says it doesn't believe an attack is imminent and is urging the West to avoid panic. Meanwhile, concern about a possible alliance between Russia and China after President Putin and President Xi Jinping met in Beijing on Friday.
We've seen that partnership building up over time. We have to redouble our efforts to protect democracies.
And today, President Biden is hosting the new German chancellor to the White House. Germany has so far refused to provide military assistance to Ukraine, frustrating other NATO allies and lawmakers here at home. In Washington, I'm Aixa Diaz.
New this morning, a car caravan protest against police shooting in Minneapolis. You can see vehicles lined up, flashing their lights overnight, a call for action following the shooting of Amir Locke. Now, we shared this troubling body cam footage last week showing the moments before Locke was shot and killed when officers carried out a no-knock warrant. Protests and rallies have erupted across the state since his death after police said Locke was not named in the warrant. Amir Locke's parents will be sitting down with Good Morning America today. Here's a first look at that interview.
I want everyone to know that they kicked that couch and startled him out of his sleep. And he didn't even have an opportunity to see who decided to play God and take his life.
Now you can catch GMA right after our show starting at 7 o'clock. Well, New Orleans Saints running back Alvin Kamara arrested overnight on the same day he played in the Pro Bowl in Las Vegas. Kamara charged with battery resulting in substantial bodily harm. Now, according to the Las Vegas Police Department, the victim reported being battered at a nightclub. An investigation led them to the 26-year-old Kamara, who was taken into custody without incident. He's expected to make his initial court appearance later today. Now, in a statement, the NFL said, "We are aware of the matter, but will decline further comment at this time."